Hi everybody. Today I wanted to go over improving your productivity when you're practicing. Most of us use websites to learn songs, so this is how I do it, and I really think it helps cut down on especially fatigue, and also it helps smooth out the process for learning a song. So first thing, I would recommend using a laptop instead of a phone or an iPad, simply because you can see more on the screen. Too much scrolling and too much squinting will cause fatigue and also slows down your process. So first thing, this is very basic, is your trackpad or your mouse. You want to make sure that it's fast enough where you can get from one side of the screen. I don't know if you can see my cursor there on the left. You want to be able to go from one side to the other in one swoop, or top to bottom in one movement. I have mine set to the second fastest speed. That way, I'm not pushing, too much. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but if you're practicing for an hour and you're using your cursor, then it actually does make a difference. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is the video speed controller. This is super important, especially when you're learning songs. So for Google Chrome, just search video speed controller, and it's an extension that you can put on your browser. You'll see at the top of the screen that little red play button. That's how you know it's installed on your browser. So what you can do with this is, as you're learning a song, so if I'm learning Peace Sells by Megadeth, I can slow it down by 10%. Now I know on YouTube you can slow it down to 50% or 75%, but going from 50% to 75% isn't too bad, but going from 75 to 100 is a big jump. So the video speed controller allows you to go 70, 80, 90, 100, and even past that 110, 120, and so on. So before we get to the keyboard shortcuts for that, I want to go over the YouTube and Google Chrome keyboard shortcuts to help you out. So the first thing is, when you're using YouTube, K, this is weird for me to do this with the phone, sorry. K is start and stop. So I'm just hitting K. And then L is forward 10 seconds, and J is backwards 10 seconds. So if I'm working here and I know I want to go here, I can easily do that start and stop, okay? That's going to help you. You don't have to mess with the cursor, and try to slide it over here. It just doesn't work. Especially if you're learning one section of a song and you want to, let's say you can't get this spot. Oh, I got to go back and practice it again. Here it comes. And try it again. No, I didn't get it. I got to go back. And it's easy to do that, okay? So for YouTube, that's J, K, and L. Those are the ones that you want to know. Now for Google Chrome, you want to be able to move back and forth on the tabs at the top, so you can get to your sheet music. So you're going to use, for Mac, it's Command Option and then the arrow button. For PC, I think it's the Option and window button. I'm not sure. You can look it up. But anyway, and I'm going to hit the over one. So I'm hitting Command Option, over arrow, and now I'm at my sheet music here on Songster.com. All right. So now I have this, and I can go back real quick, and I can rewind this real fast, hit play, hit this, and now I'm back at my music and I'm ready to practice. All right. Now I'm going to go back and then hit that, and I'm good. I'm trying to do this with a phone without making it too dizzy, but I'm not doing a good job, I'm sorry. So anyway, now let's say I'm in the middle of practicing and I need to check my email, which is way over here. Now I can just do this with the arrows and just hit it a bunch of times. Or you could just hit the number so this is my second tab in, so I have this email and this email. So I can just hit Command 2, and I'm going to do this on this side, Command 2, and it takes me to my second tab. Now if I have to go back, Command or to the other one, I could just go, use the arrows or whatever, or I can hit Command 9 because that's the ninth one in or whatever. All right, so moving around Chrome quickly with keyboard shortcuts is super key. By the way, you learn all of your Gmail keyboard shortcuts. I'm telling you get your emails done so much faster. It's crazy. Okay, so once you have all that, right, you're able to switch back and forth between your sheet music and the YouTube video. You can stop it, start it, rewind it, fast forward it. Now the video speed controller comes back in, because let's say I'm trying to learn this spot. Let's say I'm on the chorus and it's too fast for me. So the video speed controller, this is any video, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. You can mouse over the top left and you can see there's these speed controls here. I don't actually use those. The only time I do that is if I forget how much I slowed it down and I want to check, like, what percentage I'm on right now. So I'll mouse over and it'll show me, all right, I'm at 1.0, so I'm at full speed. So, but you can use S and D. So S is slowing down and D is getting faster. So I'm gonna start my video and I want to hit S. That's 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. That's too slow. I'm gonna hit D. I'm gonna go back up, maybe 70. And let's say I can play it at 70. Then I'm gonna rewind it, and then I'm gonna go up a little bit to 80. And see, it's a much smaller. It's a much smaller increase than going from 50 to 75 or from 75 to 100. So this is how I would recommend practicing your songs. This is how I practice my songs, and it definitely cuts down on scrolling, on using a pad. A trackpad or a mouse, and having to stop and start, scroll, then go up here and actually click on the tab and stuff like that. I know these sounds like first world problems or whatever, but like it's actually it makes your practice session. Let's say it's a half hour. You're practicing most of that half hour rather than half the time trying to move it. Oh wait, where was the song? Let's see, the part was at here and I have to go back every time, and oh, there it is. Just use the keyboard shortcuts, okay? This is the fastest and most effective way I've learned to practice. So try this out. YouTube keyboard shortcuts, Google Chrome keyboard shortcuts, and video speed controller extension on Google Chrome. Try it out and you'll definitely have a more productive practice session when using online materials.